So ta'adhana actually suggests there are lots of thoughts in my head. There are lots of thoughts I'm hearing, or lots of words that I'm hearing, even having conversations with myself. But this decree of Allah, this pronouncement of Allah, the ears need to tune everything else out and hear this. As if until you get rid of all other thoughts and just hear this on its own, you will not appreciate what's being said. This is one of those things that requires a singular mind where everything else has to be erased. So it's وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ, when your master made a pronouncement. And of course when Musa alayhi salam is speaking, they know that he's speaking on behalf of Allah. He doesn't have to mention that Allah is telling me, Allah is telling me, Allah is telling me to tell you. But he mentions Rabbukum anyway. As if to suggest, when somebody's speaking up, because I'm working with the kids all the time, and if one of them is speaking louder than the others, nobody's paying attention. But if I try to chime in and say, hey, everybody listen up, and hopefully most of them hear my voice and say, okay, I gotta stop, I gotta listen. Because there's an authority when somebody else, a teacher in the classroom, when they raise their voice, then everybody else's voice goes down a little bit, When you hear that your master made a pronouncement, then everything else gets put on hold. And the word Rabb is important here too, because Allah being a Rabb means that He's our provider, He's our caretaker, He's our protector, He's our nourisher. My preferred translation of the word Rabb in English is nurturing master. It's not just someone who owns you, someone who feeds you and takes care of you and protects you. All of that stuff is included inside the word Rabb. So here you are feeling like, where's our nurturing going to come from? Where's our protection going to come from? And Allah says, well, listen to the one that gives you protection and nurturing and has authority over you. The kind of authority He has over you and me, we don't even have over our own bodies. وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ. He says, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. Even if you were to be it's hard to translate this, but I'll try to add more English words to get the point across. Even if you were to be the least bit grateful, if you were at all grateful, like Allah is not in this ayah talking about us being grateful continuously and throughout our lives. Actually, that would have been in tashkuru, the mudari' form, the present tense form. Here it is لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ, it's huduth. It's even if at one instant you have shown me gratitude, real gratitude. You're truly grateful for whatever Allah has given you. You're truly grateful for it. And you don't turn to Allah and think, where are you? Why aren't you helping me? Why, you could be doing better for me. If you can develop the sense of finding something to be grateful for. Now the question arises, these people are in the desert. They're still hot. They're still sweating as Musa alayhi salam is talking to them. So when he says, if you were even the least bit grateful, they could look around and say, grateful for what? What do you want me to be grateful for? And the idea, because when you look around, the only things you can see are things to complain about, things to not be grateful for. So what are you being grateful for? The previous ayah that I referred you to has the key to that question, has the answer to that question. If you and I can think about the times that Allah has come through for us in impossible situations, then first of all, you're grateful for what happened in the past. But more than anything else, you're grateful for the fact that you have someone on your side, someone watching over you, that does that for you time and again. His presence, His existence in your life is what you're grateful for. Even if you can't see anything positive around you, zero positives around you, the fact that Allah in the unseen is your Rabb, and He's been your Rabb and He's been taking care of you, that Iman is actually the number one thing to be grateful for. He's there. I'm not alone in this. I'm not insecure in this. I will take whatever precautions I can, but Allah will take care.